So is everybody excited about the snow that's falling right now across Middle Tennessee? Isn't it pretty?
I saw that, some people are already reporting that they're getting a dusting. Yeah. Are we getting any outside yet? I haven't seen.
I don't know. What I've seen on the T-Dot cameras, it looks like it's
we are starting to get a little flurry.
Little flurry, yeah. Well, that's what we're expected to get some flurries today. Really not much accumulation to speak of unless you're in the East Middle Tennessee counties. Could get up to an inch of accumulation over there today. And with how cold it is, it's likely to stick, especially on the road. So you'll want to be careful with that. But everybody else, it's probably not going to be much. And I'm thankful for that.
Are
Very thankful for
that. Are you really? Because when we came in today, he looked right at me and he goes, man, I hope this thing dumps 5 feet of snow.
Yeah, right.
Because we're doing so well right now.
Yeah. The big story is the cold. We've got another Arctic air mass that's hovering over Middle Tennessee, and it's not going away until Monday. So we're looking at daytime temperatures below freezing. Nighttime temperatures way below freezing. We're talking about wind chills as low as -10 overnight.
Yeah, last night was 2-cat night.
It was a 2-cat night?
Yeah.
I had a 1-cat night.
I had a little wiener dog night.
Well, my daughter, because we still don't have the heat on, right? We're busy bees coming out. We've got everything set up, but because there are other people, we're doing okay. But her room got a little extra cold, so she came into our room. And I said, she woke me up, because she dropped the people's elbow on me to get into bed. And the cat
Just be glad she's not coming from the top rope, baby.
Yeah. And the cat was sleeping on her head. So I woke up and I'm like, oh, and I went in her room. I'm like, I'm just going to lay here. Cat climbed right on my head. He goes, are you going to hit her? Okay, cool. I was thinking about that. Why don't I spin around 3 times and land on you? So, but it's going to be cold out there, guys.
Yeah, so Monday is the day it's going to be mostly sunny. We're looking at a high of 44, getting back to some more normal temperatures for this time of year for Middle Tennessee next week.
Yeah.
It'll be cold at night. It'll be below freezing at night next week, but not down in the single digits. Anything like that.
No, but the thing is, and as we talk, and thank God there's no actual freezing rain, right? Because that's what really caused all this mess was that rain that came.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, it is still on my walk to work today. It is still ice hockey conditions in certain areas.
Yeah. Yeah, I drove it. I've been driving it all week, over there at the roundabout and then down to Munbury into 40. And, there's barely enough room in the left lane on Demumbrian to avoid those trees.
That's the other thing. God, the tree. You know what? The cleanup. That's one of the things they were talking about. The cleanup for a lot of these people is going to be huge. I was talking to our big sales manager today. We were joking because I was walking and said, dude, you're in charge of everything. And he just, no. But there's a company that came out here from Minnesota. And they're just going around. They're a tree company, just saying, all right, here, I'll clean your yard, get everything done. And I'm like, how do you guys feel about a live power lines? Are you good with that?
Yeah.
But that's the cost of that, right? So, there's a lot of cost that's going to be going into this that's coming out of people's, pockets. And by the way, they still don't have power. What, 73,000? Give or take?
Let's see here. 69,977 still without power.
Yeah. That's it.
Well done, NES. You still continue to embarrass yourself.
Yeah. Somebody said, I wish you all would quit complaining about NES. No, we're not going to. And secondly, preparedness is great. We had USS on last week talking about the best that you can do in a short period of time. But a lot of you, and somebody pointed this out earlier, when the power and stuff comes back on, there's a lot of you who are going to find out your pipes are going to be in some trouble in certain areas.
And that person who wrote that in,
yeah,
they should be pissed off at NES, and they should be writing the board of directors demanding that Teresa get fired.
Yeah. Somebody needs to be held accountable in this situation. And, look, I don't want anybody to lose their job. And
I do.
I know you do. But that's because you're full of hate. But that's a good thing. You guys have no idea. the mornings we come in, it's like I turn the corner, like, what kind of mood is Bell in? And he was in a mood today because we'll tell the story in a second. It was, Ken goes, dude, are you high? And he's like, I just don't care. I don't care anymore.
I think I was having a NyQuil hangover.
Yeah, I just don't care. But they need to be held accountable. And when you take responsibility for something where it didn't go the way we thought, we did not deliver what we should have, we did not do the things we were supposed to, and for that we are sorry. We're going to do everything we can and fix it by actually taking responsibility. People are much more apt to give you another opportunity. But instead, they came out and delivered what was the worst press conference.
Nashville Strong.
That ended with the Nashville Strong.
Oh, my goodness.
People need to remember, these guys are not doing you a favor. You pay them.
Yeah. You're their customer.
You deserve better service than this.
Yeah. And again, better service, and that comes with transparency. And yesterday was not transparent. It was a lot of, just blah, 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 talking in circles.
It wasn't a press conference. It was an excuse conference.
Yes, exactly.
It was a time to say unprecedented.
A lot of that. A lot
Nashville
of
Strong,
unprecedented.
Baby.
There was a lot of that going on. So
say it with me, Ken. Nashville Strong. Come on.
I'm not saying it, man.
Somebody said, I'm a plumber who replaced 4 outside tankless water heaters at $4,000 a pop because there's no power to keep the units warm. You know what you guys have to do? You have to go out and strip naked and lay on top of your water heater because the body heat will transfer it.
Man, plumbers.
Yeah.
Ooh, I bet you they're backed up. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Well, actually, yeah, pun intended.
You know what?
Plumbers get it. Plumbers have a good sense of humor.
They do. Nate, let us know how busy you are out there at Busy Bee, because I'm sure you guys are swamped right now.
I bet you they are. Man.
It's the furnaces. I mean, all of that stuff that again, you can prepare for some things, but some things like the power going out. Well, what are you going to do then? You only prepare for so much. So not a good situation. There's no doubt about this. So we got 60-some thousand people still without.
69,700.
Some people
900.
Some people have trash service. They're trying to get to it as best as possible. Hopefully by Monday or Tuesday, they said everything will be back to normal to the places they can reach, because I don't know what that's going to look like on Monday, because there's still some places they said they have trouble reaching. And so, maybe by Monday, Tuesday, that'll be back. And as far as schools go, what did you see? How many schools have no power?
I saw at least 7 schools had no electricity.
Yeah.
Well, I'm okay with that because I know those kids are just having the time of their life.
Mm.
I bet your mom and dad's not.
Yeah. This is the funny thing. Mom and dad, they're probably frustrated. Want to know why? Because every place, because I've got kids, all of the places they would go are all offering, like, come drop your kid off for the day. So the schools aren't open, but the bounce place is. You can go over to the pickleball courts and let them free over there at Pickleball Kingdom. They're doing a family everywhere is doing that if they can, because they know your kids are stuck at home.
Take them to Bridgestone Arena. They're open until 4 today. The Pred's going to feed everybody. And they've got the Nash. It's the Ganashville. It's actually,
Oh, because they're feeding?
Yeah. No, it's actually, I can't explain it. But anyway, the playground area there in Bridgestone is going to be open for kids until 4 o'clock today. If people need a place to get warm, charge up their devices, get a free meal, go to Bridgestone.
Yeah, we've got, we know there are still places out there. They've got warming centers that will be open. I get an alert every day, too, about how many warming centers are open. And there are still places that will pick you up if you cannot get somewhere to take you to some of those places.
Yeah, you just need to tell them how many people you have and if any of them need special assistance.
Some of them will accommodate pets.
That's good. That's a really good thing. And you know what? I'm glad to say I've got a couple of the homeless folks I see, the unhoused, the urban campers, and they have. From what I understand, they're over at the Nashville Rescue Mission and other places right now, which is that's a good thing, Because I worry, you see people out there and you think, my God, because you think it's cold. We're all bundled up. I'm going out to take out the dog, and I'm thinking, there are people that sleep out in this. Somebody did ask, how is it that people in Minneapolis are out there in minus 12 degrees protesting and all of their power seems to be on? Because, first of all, they're used to this. They're built for it in a much different way than we are. And so that's one thing.
They probably get their trees way away from the
power lines. And the other thing, too, is did you see their trees in a lot of places? They don't have any leaves on them. They're trimmed really, they're trimmed down big time because they're used to the frost and cold moving in.
And it gets cold up there, buddy.
It does, man. It's cold.
And it's an extended period of time. Yeah. You can be like single-digit weather in Minnesota for weeks.
Yeah. I mean, last week it was insane. Currently, are you ready for this? -8. So,
good grief.
Tomorrow, 19 will be the high. Snow on Sunday. And then we're back down to some colder weather. And that's like a day.
That's just another day in Minnesota in the winter.
It is. It is another day. Minnesota, Michigan. But once again, they're built for those kind of things.
Wisconsin.
Oh, Wisconsin. My wife's best friend lives in Traverse City, just outside Traverse City out there in Michigan. And we sent a picture the other day laughing, like our little snow and then stuff. She sent us a picture from her backyard. It's like 5 feet of snow piled up. And we're like, how's your power? I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about. I'm like, oh. And I go, how cold is it? She goes, that's -18 right now. And I'm like, okay, well, they're hardy people. You have to be a hardy people. So we got a lot of stuff still to get. I've gone through what is going to be, people, and I want you to brace yourself for this. The most unhinged person in Minneapolis you will ever hear. It is worth a listen for the insanity of this person. How this person survives. If you think our White Woman Wednesday with Kylie and them is bad, she is right over them. Like they're just X-Men compared to like Superman here or whoever is the greatest superhero. Who's the greatest superhero? Or the toughest?
No, that's subjective, but I would say the greatest is definitely Superman because he was the first.
Okay, there you go. So this woman's that. She's Superwoman of insanity. Talk about that. We've got more on what's going on, obviously, with the weather, going through some of this stuff. When it comes to Epstein, I'm going to tell you guys, that's the best way to describe some of this stuff when it comes to what's in there. And then, some Don Lemon stuff, bunch of other good stuff on the way. Chad Benson, Super Talk 99.7.
Okay with that, right? You're okay with that? I've cut most of you motherfucking mega ass out of my life a long time ago, but I'm here to tell you, you want to with ICE people? You want to vote for people that think that this is okay? Attacking our state? Our government is under attack against our neighbors, our college roommates, our teachers, our policemen, our small business owners. They're attacking all of us. I hate all of you who voted for this, and I hate every single one of you who have stayed silent even more. If you support this, that means you do not support me and my brown husband and my brown children because you want to make America white again. I hope you're happy.
Wow, I feel sorry for her kids.
Well, I definitely don't support her, but it's not because of the color of her family. It's because she's a wingnut.
Yeah, she's a nut. When they reached out to her husband to ask him how he felt, he goes, "No hable inglés,
El loco.
Immigration. We don't like her or her brown family."
Wow.
Yeah, that is
that's something right there.
Yeah. That is
I'm so tragically upset, and I need you to be aware.
Yeah, a lot of you are chiming in.
What if she works anywhere?
No, you don't want to know why? Because she can't. She's emotionally unstable.
Yeah.
Everybody's got one of those people at work where the minute one thing happens that's not right, the wheel comes off the bus and they crash. She starts with the wheel off the bus. She does.
The wheels on the bus go off the rails, off the rails, off the rails. The wheels on the bus go off the rails.
Oh, my goodness me. Unhinged. That's a good way to describe her. Well, we got some more from that wackiness later. A lot of stuff still to get to. Got some of your text message. You guys are very happy to see. That made you guys think, okay, just every once in a while you go, oh, yeah, as bad as it is right now, or maybe you don't have power. You know what? You're not her. You're not her.
Or her kids.
Or her brown kids that you don't support.
Or her husband. I feel sorry for him, too.
Oh, I know. Make America white again. Well, you know what? This doesn't roll off the tongue. Doesn't fit on a hat, right? It's all about the optics. Coming up, a lot of good stuff. We'll talk a little bit about Don Lemon. If you guys don't know, we got more on what's going on. We're going to find out if there's any other places out there that are helping people, because we're helpers here, along with the fact that we're also annoying some of you. And we're going after NES still harder and harder, because that's what we do. Kids, Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. A lot of you very excited about that woman who lost her mind. She was very angry. Could you imagine living with somebody who was like that? Because you know that's not a one-off thing.
No, that's part of her personality.
Yeah, that is.
Her husband is, probably 2 or 3 times during the week.
She had to marry somebody who didn't speak English.
She looks forward to watching the news so she can get more and more angry.
Yeah. She's so angry that Kylie's like, you need to settle down.
And Kylie's probably going to think, man, she's racist.
Yeah, totally. And by the way, guys, just a reminder to all you men out there, when a woman's like that, the best thing you can do is say, settle down. You're being dramatic.
Yeah, that works.
It works 100% of the time, 60% of the time.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah, she was, that's unhinged. I often wonder, like, how do you get to that point where you are that unstable, that unhinged, where you can't wake up without seeing somebody that you think is being mean or horrible, victimizing? I mean, how do you live like that? That can't be healthy at all for anybody. So I'll put the video up on my Twitter here coming up in a little bit, and you guys can check it out. And she's worth the look. And by that, I mean just to go, oh, yeah, I see where it is now. I see that. Like some people are, some women are like, well, you know what? She's easy on the eyes. I can deal with this for a little while. Not that. Like,
she a little more homely?
Plumpy? Yeah. Plumpy. That's what you're trying to say. Homely? Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go, shaming the fat people again.
No, we're not. Maybe a little bit. Did you see that lady that stars in it? My 600-pound life. That's what we are in America. She died. I know it's a shocker. She wasn't that angry.
A broken heart.
What? A tanny heart. Oh my God, we got to get ourselves fitter, America. That's all I'm saying. Fitter, America. They've released a lot of the Epstein stuff, and I have looked at one of these, and I am not going to lie, it is uncomfortable. And Trump is right in the middle of it. And this is from 35 years ago in New Jersey. And I'm going to try to be as delicate as possible.
Is it salacious type stuff?
Yes.
It is?
It is.
Any other big names in there we know?
Oh, yeah. By the way, you want to hear a name in there? Here's one of them. Robin Leach.
Oh.
That's, what was that show he did?
Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
Rich and Famous. But this had all to do with Donald Trump, an unidentified female, and her friend were there, and her friend said Trump, and this is 35 years ago, told this girl, these are her name, Alexis, who was at that time 13 or 14, that she bit Trump in the nether regions when they forced her to do something. The friend was allegedly hit in the face after that. And they also said that Epstein abused the girl as well. So, and again, there's 1 million plus things that have come out today, but some people have already read this. And then immediately the link for that went down and it's back up again. So take that for what it is, for what it's worth. For those of you who don't believe anything, but this is stuff that has been out there and inside these files for years. They're saying there's up to 2,700 victims, yet there's nobody outside of him and her that went to jail.
Well, he was just trafficking to himself.
To himself, right? Diddy's like, that's what I was doing. Oh, my.
Well, Diddy, he went to prison and had to kill himself. Do you want to do the same thing? Definitely not.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely do not put yourself in that position. I love this. Never put your thing in crazy. That lady, somebody's all, play it again. Play it. That should be my ringtone. When she starts talking about her brown family, right?
That means you do not support me and my brown husband and my brown children because you want to make f***ing America white again. I hope you're f***ing happy.
That's their last name, Brown?
No.
Okay.
I would say this, though. If you know what? Besides her husband, how mortified do you think the kids would be?
They're probably terrified of her.
Probably.
And they're probably used to seeing this.
It's not a good thing, though.
I'm not saying it
it's
is.
It's unstable.
I'm saying that, there was some nuttery going on in my household when I was a kid, and I was
I saw a lot.
Like, please get me out of here.
I saw a lot of nuttery and I saw a lot of crime, which wasn't good. But that being said, my mom's dress sense was really bad, so I was embarrassed about that when she come to school. I'm serious. She would come to school like in a crop top, I'm like, what? Oh my God. Totally embarrassed. Like, she had one of those tops where you tie it up. Right, but it was like it'd show your belly button and midriff, but you'd tie it, and I'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm so embarrassed." But my mother wasn't nuts, right? She wasn't nuts. This lady's certifiably insane. So, it is. It's interesting. So. By the way, we were getting this person that's arguing with us on the text line. You guys can always hit us up on the text line. We'll try to get back to you as fast as possible. Apparently, our audience here is not educated. So just want to let you go. He's a retired
he's claiming that you're a bunch of dumbays.
Yeah. So good luck.
Even though we do share audience with both Chris and Matt.
So there you guys go. I'd like to say my audience is the most open-minded and educated of the bunch. Because our whole thing is, I want free-thinking folks here, right? That's what we're looking for. Free thinking. And I always, I never do this. Like, you suck. You're surprised you ever have a job. And I don't talk about my other show, but if you guys really want to go see what my other show is, go look at the biggest rankings, audience-wise, for the week. And I'm in the top 20 in the nation. Above people, you'd be like, you're above him? Yeah. So settle down. No government shutdown. Is there going to be a government shutdown tonight?
I think so.
Probably.
Well, the house isn't even there.
Yeah.
So,
what they're trying to do is they're trying to get pass a long-term funding, except for DHS and ICE, and they'll have to the 13th to fix that. So I don't know what happens because Mike,
But if they're going to pass the 2-week extension for DHS and ICE, the House would still need to vote on it, though, and they're out of town.
Are they all out of town?
Yeah, he put them in recess.
Of course, that's what he does.
Yeah.
Did you see what Ken Buck, who's not a fan of President doesn't like him, did you see what he did? He was supposed to serve out his term, so he's a Colorado guy. He's supposed to serve out his term. He's a Republican. And he didn't like what's going on, so he announced yesterday, he just left Mike Johnson a voicemail and said, yeah, I'm done as of next Friday. Now, here's the thing. Catherine Boebert, who's left hers, she wants his thing and she was going to run for it. But now they have to have a special election, which means she has to leave her position so she can have to be appointed or run in that special election. So that knocks down yet another one. And Mike Johnson's getting closer and closer to it being almost a break even. I think if that happens, he can only lose 2.
I thought he was at 2 now.
Yeah, so he can only lose 1. Oh. Whew.
You know he has to go home at night and just be like, why did I take this job?
Yeah. It is a you know what? That is the hardest. First of all, know this, no matter what side you're, unless you have a 20 or 30 point, seed advantage, you're always, now you're a horse trader. Okay? And your job is to, first and foremost, your number one job is money raising. That is your number one job as the Speaker of the House, is to raise money. That's why everybody at Kevin McCarthy was great at raising money. That's why he stayed as long as he did. He was great at it.
And that's why they let him.
Yeah, that's why they let him. The second thing that you have to do is now you have to go and do what? Well, you don't have that huge advantage. So if you lose like 5 people, like the Thomas Masseys and several others, it's no big deal if you've got another 10 that are going to vote the way you want. The problem is you don't have 5 or 10 to lose. You have 1 or 2. And it only takes 1 or 2, as we know, for this thing to go sideways. So it is not a fun job to have. I didn't think it would be. And, Mike Johnson got it. I don't know how much he wants it. I don't think he's going to have it, past this year. I would be surprised if they hold the House. I still think they'll hold the Senate.
Well, he's just incompetent. I mean, this is a guy that flat out looked in the cameras and lied and said he was going to get the country back to regular order. And he hasn't even come close.
Yeah, he hasn't come close at all. So there's a lot of, again, a lot of interesting things. So there's supposed to be, is it tonight at midnight they'll go, or tomorrow they'll go into what will be another shutdown. I don't think it's going to last that long. At least I think they'll figure something out. And somebody said, is DHS funded through 29? Here's the thing. They want to increase the budget and stuff for DHS. Nothing's ever funded the way that you think it is, because it's kind of like a pro football contract.
Football.
It's only as good as it is at this moment, because at any given time, they could change it all up because they have to vote on a new one. So we'll see what happens if there's going to be a shutdown or not, which would be perfect for Trump. In fact, we need to go on our pizza thing to see if there's anything going on at the Pentagon this weekend. Yeah. Because I have a feeling we could be seeing some things going on this weekend.
Seems to happen on the weekends.
Yes, it does. Oh. Yeah. Okay, ready for this? 479% spike at We the Pizza. Pizziato, 227% spike, and a 300% spike at Papa John's. And if you don't know what we're talking about, guys, there is a pizza index. The closer to the Pentagon that things are, where they start thinking about war and stuff like this, the pizza places around there and the fast food, their numbers go through the roof, because those people are going to what? They're going to be there through the weekend and overnight.
They're stuck in the office and they got to order something to eat.
And when you have a 300%, 500%, and 230% spike, it feels like maybe something's going on. And Trump told all of our Middle East buddies over there that we have, be on a war footing. So it's going to be interesting. No doubt about that. A lot of stuff to get to. We lost a great one today. Catherine O'Hara died. She was in Beetlejuice. Somebody said, throw Beetlejuice in there. She was in Beetlejuice.
Yep.
She was amazing. She passed away at age 71. Still don't know what happened. My assumption is I think she probably was sick and nobody knew. Quiet. So
that would not surprise me.
Not surprise me either. It is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7.
Winter weather is back, and it's with a vengeance. Bridgestone Arena opening as a place to go get warm today, a free meal and some free tickets. Right now in Northwest Tennessee, authorities are mourning the loss of a sheriff's deputy shot and killed while answering a call today at a hotel. Details coming up at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
People go, Chad, why don't you take phone calls? Because we do 15 stories sometimes. And I don't want to slow down and go backwards.
Well, and if somebody's been waiting for 20 minutes to talk about something you were talking about 20 minutes ago,
yeah,
you're totally going backwards.
Yeah, we don't do that. That's not who we are here. By the way, our show, right? The one that you guys love, even though some of you hate it. It's powered by NCA, National Certified Alarms. No long-term contracts, license number 645. And that's it. I mean, we go fast. That's what I like. I go fast. I do things. We've talked about 1,000 things. We'll talk about 1,000 things more next hour. By the way, sad news today. Man, I'm super bummed about Catherine O'Hara. She was so amazing.
Such a downer.
It is. It's a downer Friday.
This is a deeply beloved and admired performer. Going back to her days with SCTV in the 1980s, she was seen as the greatest sketch player of her generation, right up there with Gilda Radner and, and Imogene Coca going back for a while and stuff. And people know her, of course, from Home Alone, her fantastic performance in that, and from her Emmy Award-winning work in Schitt's Creek.
You know, somebody's going to call up and go, they said the S word.
It's somebody's last name.
Yes, it is. So there. Man, that was Beetlejuice.
Spelled completely different, too.
Yeah. SCHITT. See the way that works?
With a Z on the end.
Yeah. So she was only 71. Beetlejuice. I remember her when she was in SCTV, because that was like, when I was a kid growing up, Mad TV wasn't around yet, and SCTV was just so much different than, and the Canadian humor is great.
Do you remember Fridays? Larry David hosted it. I think he was the host, and Michael Richards was on it. It was like a competitor to SNL.
No, I don't remember that
Yeah.
one. So that came on Friday night, obviously.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that. That's
the only reason I remember it, and the only episode I can remember watching with any consistency once it was on YouTube is Kiss played on there for the music of the Elder. It was when they were still in makeup.
Oh, so they played like a old folks home or something? Music for the Elder, is that what you said?
No, it was
I thought you said music for the elder. My thing is I'm thinking of it as a sketch show, like they're in there like an old folks home playing.
No, they played as Kiss, but the album Music from the Elder was probably their biggest stiff, and it was a concept record about these superheroes that were from basically outside of time.
Oh, interesting.
Now you sort of know why it didn't work.
There was, Mad TV was great. I liked Mad TV. It was pretty cutting edge.
You guys remember Fridays?
That's what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
I don't remember Fridays. I remember Friday night videos.
Well, that was basically how Michael Richards and Larry David met, and that is what got him his audition for Seinfeld.
Yep.
Wow. That's a good thing to get there, that audition.
Yeah.
Pays pretty well, by the way, once you get that job. Coming up, hour number 3, we'll have the latest on what's going on here locally with the is there going to be rain? Are we still having snow flurries? What's going on with the NES? All the latest on that. We got some Don Lemon stuff. Will we attack Iran? All kinds of stuff happening here. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997.